Hello everybody, welcome to Betway's Weighted to Win. Hope it was a good weekend. What a superb weekend's racing, I have to say. Whilst being at Turffontein in Johannesburg to watch that great race between Main Defender and Sandringham Summit, that's going to be spoken about for a very, very long time. Daryl, I'm sure in your life, you're watching race days, you and Darren must have had many fond memories of those sorts of match races. You didn't have to pay for a match race to get something like that.
Yeah, unbelievable, Clyde. A finish that really sticks out in my mind is who was it? Rebel King,
Yes.
Warm
Warm White Knight, Rebel King, and
Private Jet.
Private Jet, that's
Yeah.
right. That was the computer form.
This was an unbelievable finish over the weekend. Congrats to both connections. I mean, they laid it all on the line. It was wonderful to watch. I look forward to seeing them both progress in their careers, Clyde.
Well, they should meet again in the Dingaan, so that's what we're waiting for now. First at Turffontein on Tuesday is the full racing Welcome to Work Riders maiden plate, and that's run over 1450 metres, so make a note of that. And here we've got Mike de Kock's horses 9 to 10 to win this. Mary's Green Light. And second choice in the market is Wonder I Do for Tony Peter at 3 to 1. Those are the two. Is it a one-horse race or where are we?
Yeah, Clyde, this filly, Mark de Kock trained filly Mary's Green Lights is proving costly to follow. But if you watch her later start, she was never really travelling like a winner. She was always off the bit. I think the step up in trip's going to really suit her. And if you just look at her previous form lines, I mean, her best effort happens to be over this course on the inside track when she ran second to Cullen and Blue. That's a very strong form line. Just Bilaka form line's holding up well because of the depth of the opposition over here. I'm happy to bank her in the opening leg of the bipod. I'll be very disappointed if she doesn't build on her return effort.
So that should win now. I mean, I think you've said enough about her. It should win. I'm going to ask Darren Burrows what his take is on the first, so we can maybe start with the first race. Your best match race quickly, Darren, and then what do you like in the first?
My best match race was probably Jetmaster and Classic Flag going head for head in the Guineas. This race reminded me of that because these two horses can run. I still favour Sandringham Summit over a little bit further. I think he'll go 10 furlongs, where Main Defender might be a miler. So it'll be interesting to see how their progress comes. Race 1, Mary's Green Light. Now, this filly should win. Her comeback run over 1,000 metres, she was caught for speed. I think the same jockey riding, the work rider riding her again, maybe said, step her up to 1450 and I won't get beat, because it really looks that way. I think she'll open the meeting.
Okay. There we go. Race number 1 on the card does, of course, start the bipod, and Darren Burrows has got them as follows. Banker the 4, the favourite. Then he's got a lot of horses. Banker's the 2 later on in the day as well. So make a note of his next banker in the bipod today. That's number 2, Colorado Creek. And he's got a 525 Rand bipod perm. Now, Daryl's also worked one out. Daryl Marie, he's bankering the favourite here. But then thereafter, a couple of boat races with a lot of horses, the second last leg. 96 Rand perm as he marks it up for the first. Welcome back. Second race on the card is Take a Bet, winner number. Hope that's all going well and you're taking your numbers every day. There's a maiden plate over 1450 metres. Now, this is the start of the place accumulator. With regards to the Betway market on the second race on the card, and this was Stunny Player, tops the boards at 11 to 10. I'll talk to Daryl as to whether or not it deserves to be at that price or not. I just remember this horse absolutely flying last time, but couldn't win, couldn't be in the race, couldn't finish the way it did, and it took off like a rocket. The next horse, number 4, Feel All Right, is trading at 6s, then you can get almost 7 or 8 to 1 and better there. Yeah, so the market sort of indicating this is it, this will win.
How are you at playing Thunny? Any good?
No good.
No good.
No good.
Yeah.
Absolutely no good.
Yeah, Clyde, if you just watch this horse's replay, you'll be very impressed. I mean, it was its debut effort. It finished hand over fist. It was really doing very good work. The form line hasn't really been franked. I think there have been 2 runners. Both of them have run unplaced in their next start. Didn't show much early speed. It's got a wide draw to contend with it once again on the inside track. So if it does happen to win, you know that he certainly has ability, but things are against him once again. But in saying that, he could have improved leaps and bounds. So I've got healthy respect for him. I've got my question marks.
Okay.
I watched number 10's replay last time out, Mentality Monster. Another one that doesn't bring the strongest form lines into the race. But Clyde, last time out, Gavin tried to bounce him and position him. He got caught wide, 3 wide into the first bend. Gavin decided to ease back on him. And then going through the 400, he had to ease at a crucial stage. And in the latter stages, he had to ease once again, steady late. So I think he's 2 or 3 lengths better than that effort, and in my mind that's good progress from run 1 to run 2. So if he can build on that effort, I think he could feature over here. I've only got 10 and 11, but if you want to do back them up with one more, I'd probably suggest number 3, Noble Metal. Fair enough debut. I just don't know why he's been rested after that effort.
Okay. All right. So not that much confidence in the favourite. Just got to be a little cautious there. Darren, your take?
Clyde, the favourite, ran a very good race on debut. I know the horse that ran, I think, 5th, also just behind him, ran unplaced in his next start. I think Stone last. That has to be a concern. He's drawn deep. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what to think of him. I've actually played wide in the bipods due to the draw. This was Tropical Storm. Ran 11 lengths off midfield on debut, but there was market support for him, so he could be there. A Noble Metal, a 4-year-old, only had 1 run, wasn't a bad effort. You've got Feel All Right, who ran second to Pocket Watch over course and distance last time out. And then one more to include is Charge Ahead, the stable companion to your favourite. His form lines aren't bad, and he could feature.
All right, so then I would imagine, based on what I've heard from both Daryl and Darren, is that the 11 to 10 early market on the Monday is likely to drift. Let's take a look then at the place accumulators from Daryl's perspective. No bankers, so you want to just take your phone and scan. There the numbers, and that's a total spend on his place accumulator of 384 Rand. Right, let's move on. It's pick 6 time now. Darren Burrows would have worked out a pick 6 for us, where number 8, I beg your pardon, Eiffel Tower tops the boards on the Monday at 5 to 2. 3 Free Movement is the second choice. That's priced up 3 to 1. Bloomington, number 2, Fabian had a good Saturday. Bloomington priced up around 9 to 2, and the 1 Fort Lauderdale is 6 to 1. It's 10 to 1 bar the 4. Darren, the first leg, how many horses before we draw the line?
I thought 5 or 6 runners, Clyde. My pick 6 is pricey. It's 681 Rand for 10% for bigger punters, and the smaller punters can go 69 Rand for 1% because I think it's going to be a big payout. Now, Eiffel Tower, he's only had 5 runs for 2 wins and 3 places. Richard Foree takes the ride for St. John Gray. I think he'll run well. You got Free Movement. The step up to a mile is going to suit him. He should be right there. A horse like Nordic Rebel, he's better off at the weight with Bloomington on his penultimate start where he got beat a length and a quarter. He's got the 4-kilo claim. He is a 10-year-old, but he could run well. And then Fort Lauderdale up in trip. Pierce Stradum takes the ride for Baron Burtis.
Okay, so the horses that are needed. It's an open race by the sounds of things. Open for you too?
Not necessarily, Clyde. My only concern with this race is the lack of pace. Now, that was part of St. John's Eiffel Tower's undoing last time out. He was caught on the outside of House of Romanov, and he was over racing, Clyde.
All right.
He never settled. I think he's much, much better than that effort. But is he going to get cover, and is he going to settle in a race of this nature? Because I don't see any pace in the race. So if I was able to have a bet in running and I saw this horse settled with cover, I'd really have a full go on him, because I think he's better than his current rating.
I'm quite confident.
backed him up with free movement. It was a very competitive race last time out. He acquitted himself extremely well. Prior to that, I thought it was I think the 1800 stand side was just a bit too testing for him. Very, very consistent son of Master Moffat, Clyde. He's going to give another honest, bold showing. But I'm hoping that Eiffel Tower can settle and relax in running, because I think he's got more to offer.
Yeah, the pace was there were a few races, slow run races, and was the undoing of quite a few horses, to be honest. So that's always a worry. St. John was looking in good health at Turffontein on Saturday. I saw him in the ring there. And right, let's see what the plan is. We've got pick sixes, etc. worked out for you from Darren. And there we go. He is bankering, as you would have heard from him, number 2. Later on, he's shouting Colorado Creek. He'll be shouting that home to win. For the Crawford stable and Kabela Matsanyani, they've all been in good form. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get our jackpots on now at Turffontein. We are on the inside track, just fresh off the side track with some very good racing out of the weekend. 4-1 the field, yeah, in a handicap like this, where Colorado Creek is the favourite at 4-1. This is, Darren's banker. He does believe it's going to be very hard to beat. My Lady Souls, the second choice at 5-1. And then you got the Azzy horse. I saw John Azzy, but I haven't seen John Azzy for a long time. And he was there at Turffontein helping out here whilst Michael Azzy's in Dubai. He's setting up there and sorting things out, and of course Adam is in Cape Town with a raid of horses there, and they've got this horse secret recipe running over here. All right, Darren, let's just elaborate a little bit on the favourite. I know you've banked this in the pick six.
Clyde, her comeback run. Now it was 1800 meters after a break, and she was off the pace towards the back of the field. And going through the 400, she quickened up like she was going to win the race, and then failed to fire the final 150. Now she drops back to a mile. She will be a fitter horse this time around. The only concern is the 12 draw, but she has a scintillating turn of foot. We saw it when she won a maiden, beating a strong maiden field in Dolcezza and others. And I just get the feeling she's going to prove a class above this field.
That may be correct. I mean, am I right? Drops in trip from the 18 to the mile. So that may be well be in its favour, and Darren could have picked up on something here.
Yeah, Clyde, I think this filly is a very nice filly in the making. I mean, she does possess a lovely turn of foot. She's still learning about racing, and I don't think they want to change too many things at this stage with her. She likes to be given a chance. So from that wide draw, I don't see them bouncing her and placing her. So all depends on how much ground she's going to have to make up in the short straight. So it's certainly not going to be easy pickings for her. She's going to have to run past quite a few fillies and mares in the straight to get it right. Excuse me, Clyde. I just can't believe the price of number 1. Now, I only like 2 horses, numbers 1 and 2. Number 1, if you have a look, she was off for, 9 odd months?
Yeah.
She came back. She ran behind On the Horizon.
She went to the front, eh?
In her later start.
The last one, yeah.
But in her penultimate start, beyond On the Horizon, it wasn't a bad effort whatsoever, Clyde.
No.
She was right up there until the final furlong. She tied, and rightly so. I mean, she was off the track for 9 months. Then last time out, Jason made use of her. He went very quick to overcome that draw, and she folded in the straight. That was her second run off the rest. She's now got Pierre from a 1 draw. He doesn't have to do anything to get her in a great position. She's got good gait to eat. Maybe he can get 1 or 2 to cover him. And take note of her rating from an 82 to a 77. 14-1. Clyde.
Big price.
This is to help me get back on
your feet.
After Food Ray, yeah.
After Food Ray, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that took the wind.
Okay.
From us.
So you like that for Joe Soma, eh? You're giving that a big
You can't
chance.
get hurt, Clyde.
No, you can't get hurt. Of course you can't get hurt. All right, interesting. Well, let's see how that all falls into place. And the latest from Darren's side, he's bullish. Colorado dropping in trip. And he's, as you can see on the scale of 100% strike, if Darren was to put 1,000, he's going 500. So 50% confidence in Colorado, but likes it strong enough to win. It's jackpot time. Don't forget to get them on. Well, it's another jackpot time, another jackpot opportunity, should I say, as it's the second jackpot race, number 5. And you guys can figure out what you want to put together. We'll give you some sort of guidance because the market indicating here that number 9, Key Elements, the favourite, for Paul Matchett at 4-1. Second, number 7, LMB, Sean Terry, 5-1. And 11, Sharapova for Mike de Kock is at 5-1. And you can get 7-1 and better about those. So I guess market recommending open.
As many as possible.
Yeah, open,
Yeah,
not
it's
easy.
that type of a race, Claude. Number 7's an improving 4-year-old LMB, right? Number 8 and 9, they're improving 3-year-olds. Then you got the exposed number 10, Lady Calavera, who actually holds both of them at the turnaround in the weights. So she has to come into play over here. Sharapova's a consistent sort. And Magical Flight, I think the step up to a mile will be more in her favour. And she does have the capability of going handy on this track, Clyde. Yeah, I think I went 5 or 6 in the PA, so I'll be happy to survive.
Okay, so open. Darren, from your perspective? Mr. Burrows, remarks on mute? You're on mute, Darren?
Sorry, Clyde. Yeah, I was trying to unmute. My mouse wasn't working.
No problem.
I like 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. LMB is one of the big runners in the race. She is a 4-year-old lightly raced. Richard Foree takes the ride. You've got Soldier's Eye. I thought very unlucky not to win last time out. She came flying up late. Pity about the 11 draw, but she will sit towards the back of the field and make her run. You've got Key Elements, lightly raced, 3 wins from 7 starts, still on the up. Lady Calavera, a 6-year-old mare, but she's in good form and she holds a couple on the weight reversal. And then Sharapova, being costly to follow, but she's never far off the action, and 52.5 kilos to shoulder.
Right. So there you go. Again, that's a kind of race where you're going to need a lot of horses. There's the information in terms of this handicap. It's fillies and mares. It's at the 92. It's over the 1,600 metres. Daryl's worked out that jackpot for 240 Rand. No bankers there. And just remember, take the phone, scan the QR code, takes you straight in. Welcome, everybody. Let's take a look at this handicap at now 72. We're going 2,000 metres on the inside track, this event. I'm going to go to Darren Burrows and chat to him about the race, get an idea as to what he thinks we should be doing. And I'm of the view that Baron Buertus, well, I'm sure you would be too. He's got quite a lot of horses in here. He's got Greenlight Magic, who's the favourite. Over to you, and Brotherhood of Magic. I'm just not sure which one of the three is the right one, Mr. Burrows.
Clyde, I thought this horse, Greenlight Magic, it was good to see him back to better form because they rate him quite highly and he lost his way a bit. But last time out, he came under pressure and then he found another gear late and he was closing the gap hand over fist. He's got a good enough draw. Muzi Yeni retains the ride. I think he's definitely value at 7-2. His dangers would be his stablemate, Over to You. I think he's a better horse over this sort of trip, and he could be the biggest threat. And then one more to consider, Viva Brazil. He only got beat, 2.5 lengths by Greenlight Magic last time out, and it was his post-maiden run, so there's more to come.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'll be honest, I don't know what to make of it, because one of the Buertus horses I'm of the view will win it. I'm in 3 minds. Can you be in 3 minds? No. Right. So tell me about it.
Yeah, let's hope the pace is honest of here, Clyde, because I'm sure Mr. Buertus will want a decent, honest tempo for Greenlight Magic. So either every Clyde can go or Brotherhood of Magic. And there's no doubt Greenlight Magic is better without the tongue tie, Clyde.
Yeah.
I think that was a factor to his improvements in his later start. Unlucky not to get there. I mean, the gamble was nearly landed from 20-1 into 5-1. Only picked up half a pound or 1 pound, half a kilogram penalty. I think off his current rating of 77, he's going to go very, very close. I think his biggest danger is Lucky Lockers's Viva Brazil. Now, paper, Clyde, you won't give him much of a chance because he's only half a kilogram better off for 2.5 lengths, but he's only had 3 starts to date. And more importantly, luck in running can play a huge factor in a race like this.
Sure.
There's quite a few horses in here. So if you can get a nice position from stallgate number 2 and get first run on Green Light Magic, who says he can't fend him off? So I think the race will be dominated by numbers 1 and 5.
David Shaw not happy with us.
Why?
I saw him on Saturday.
What did we tip? Or what didn't we tip?
No,
we tipped dice.
No, we never. We said
Egyptian
dice
now?
is too short. We said.
No, I tipped dice.
Did you tip dice?
David's not
I
listening.
changed my mind on course. I said I'm going for dice on the way to the gate.
Oh, did you?
But he said I watched your show. But Egyptian now you couldn't back after Lucky's interview. I don't care who you are. You could never back it.
He must be upset with his trainers, not us.
No. Anyway. And then we said that horse in Cape Town when we saw the replay of Marshall. What was that horse?
Montalino or something.
Montalina. It looked like it was, but I didn't know it's going to go to the front. I thought it was going to come from the back. I had no idea it was going to the pace.
What you love saying? What's it? Human judgment, human error.
Yes.
What's you're saying?
Human
Tell
error.
the viewers now, Clyde.
Often human error
Yes.
is 80% of the result. Can cost you 80% of the result. Anyway, we are humans, aren't we? So we can make mistakes. Right, Darren Burrows, what's he got? Let's have a look in this event. And he's going Green Light Magic as the one to beat. Have you booked your table for the Betway Summer Cup? It runs on November 25. This is a novice handicap over 1,200 meters. Give you an idea of the penultimate race in the day here now and tell you exactly what is going on. The story is number 7, Fully Loaded, 28 to 10. Number 6, Palace Revolt is at 4 to 1 as the second choice. Number 3, Pontiac is 9 to 2. It is a novice handicap, so there'll be a few in here that must have claims. And 4, Tayuba is 11 to 2. Then you can get 10 to 1 and better the others.
Yeah, Clyde. Firstly, Fabian Stables really doing well at the moment. So congrats to Fabian and his team. Hopefully,
You know how much they got of the double, Main Defender and Zeus? Sure.
Who's they? You're not including yourself.
Not me. I'm just saying they. You know how much the double, Main Defender, Zeus?
Well
I believe
done.
some of the operators, some of them closed them down. I'm not joking. That's what I heard. Some of them have been closed down. Anyway, so what are you
I'll
looking to
tell you
help us?
something,
What
Clive.
is the story here now?
Yeah, Fully Loaded. We've seen Dungeons win from that form line.
Yes.
Blinkers go back on and the tongue tie goes on. Samanga gets re-aboard him, Clyde. Now, the last time Samanga sat on him, he was desperately unlucky. Yeah, that was when he got beaten by Lulu's boy. He came into the Vaal Straight on the classic track and he had nowhere to go. There were two horses in front of him and he looked for a gap in between the two of them and it closed on him. So he had to be eased for 200 meters. So Samanga will be chomping at the bit to get it right on the son of Pomodoro. Now Pontiac, Mr. Verners, I must just congratulate him. He's also having a good run. And he has a horse that disappointed last time out, but his post-maiden run was eye-catching. So there's no doubt he's better than his current rating. I think they've just kept Diego on him because he did well aboard him in his penultimate start. He's the inside track will be suited. Let's just hope he behaves and he gets a clean rake. I think numbers 3 and 7 are the two to focus on over here. Respect for French Impact. He's coming back in trip. He should be able to settle over this trip.
Okay, thank you for your opinion on that. Now, Mr. Burrows, I can hand over to you and you can give yours.
Pontiac's a big runner here. You know, last time out he took on quite a strong field with Captain Hindsight and a couple of others. His penultimate start, he was very unlucky. He came from the clouds and he was flying. He does return after a break. French Impact. Now, this was over-raced completely last time out. I was quite surprised to see him hold on for fourth. But he drops right back to 1,200 meters. He'll settle. Dennis Schwartz knows how to bring them home at prices. And I think he'll be right there. Fully Loaded, the blinkers go back on. Tongue tie, one draw, consistent form. He'll be there. I made this race quite tricky, to be honest. I thought Kian the Conqueror, if recapturing his best form, he's been very disappointing. but his rating is starting to drop.
Okay, we'll watch that closely. Obviously, draws are always a worry, but thanks for that. Also, Darren making reference to French Impact, a decent price. Look out for that too. Daryl's worked out the double, the last double today, 35710 by 35679. Okay, this is the last race on the card. Tricky. Can't be too easy to go into this last race. Hopefully you are running though, and you've got some place accumulators going, or even final second jackpots, maybe even the pick six. Who knows? I'm going to ask Daryl Marie to give us an idea as to what he likes in the last, and we can figure it out from there. I know from your last double you had a handful of horses, so it's obviously not.
Yeah, very
fine-tuned it to a couple of horses.
Yeah. Clyde, what can we say about Clinton Binder at the moment?
Great form.
Absolutely firing.
Flying.
I mean, he has another one in found good form. Life goes on. Only got a 2-kilogram penalty for his latest victory. Siondo sticks aboard. So I see the son of Karari featuring of Clyde. He's done well on this inside track. So definitely one for the shortlist. Then you got After Hours. Now, he never runs a bad race, Clyde. Also another one that's been victorious over the course and distance. Richard Free from a 2-draw, that's half the battle won. But the race doesn't stop there. I think a horse like Viva de Janeiro come down in the ratings. This course is going to suit him. It needs to be held up, be produced late. If you're playing trifectas and quartets, include him. Difficult, Clyde.
Not easy, not an easy race. Yeah, I thought so. So then let me go straight, if I may, to Darren Burrows, just to get Darren your version on the last race today. A special trifecta or quartet that we can use to make some money to end the day off.
Well, Clyde, I thought this horse, Duke of Rock, the horse to beat. You know, he's got a big reputation. He won his first start with the stable, and last time out they stepped him up to a mile, which caught him out. He's back to the 1200, third run after a rest. The only concern is the draw of 11, but Mozieni, hopefully he can get him in from the draw. The blinkers are on. He could show what kind of ability he's got in this type of company. Brosnan, I'm not sure he stays 1200 meters. Silent Trigger, dropping in trip, maybe too short. After Hours has the form to be competitive, and Life Goes On as well. But I thought if Duke of Rock can just overcome the draw, I think he could prove that he's too good for this field.
All right, well, that's there's the choice from Darren Burrows. Duke of Rock. Daryl has, in his exactas, gone 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. That will cost you 20 Rand. Okay, well, let's hope you guys are through it and use the last race information to the best of one's ability, and we wish you everything of the best. Again, thank you to Betway for sponsoring Weighted to Win, and to all of you for watching. We'll catch up again on Wednesday.